push, Mr. Pollard, push. And again, push. No, breathe normally, breathe as we talk. That's right. All right, here it comes. Next time you want to photograph Billy Connolly, make sure you do it from a safe distance. Good evening. No, I was just passing, so I thought,
Well, sit yourself down next to our Mr. Plato. Yeah.
Not Plato, the philosopher.
That's right, yeah.
I'm your biggest fan. No, honestly, I've read everything you've written because I'm a bit of a philosopher myself. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, what would you like, sir? I've got Retsina with a drop of paraffin, paraffin with a drop of Retsina, and, of course, the straight paraffin.
Yeah, well, I'll have a paraffin top, if I may.
One paraffin top.
And one for the sage as well.
And one for Mr. Plato. What a day I have had, I tell you. Working behind this bar all day, it drive you crazy.
Well, you know what I always say? You don't have to be mad to work here, but it helps.
What was that?
I said, you don't have to be mad to work here, but it helps.
That is brilliant! That is so clever. You know, what if I was to write that down?
Yeah.
You know, on a little bit of imitation wood, with a little bit of varnish.
Yeah.
Little gold chain.
Oh, yeah.
I could stick it up behind the old bar, couldn't I?
Yeah.
People come in, it's sort of thought-provoking. They'd say, what a clever thing Magnus has got up behind his bar.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a marvellous idea. Don't you think so, Mr. Plato?
Well, it's mildly amusing, I suppose.
Well, you call yourself a philosopher. You've never said anything as clever as that, have you?
Yeah, well, I could if I wanted to.
Yeah, no chance.
I could.
Go on, then.
All right, then. All right. The square on the hypotenuse of a right-angled triangle is equal to the sum of the squares on the two adjacent sides.
You've been getting pissed with Pythagoras again, haven't you? You see, the trouble is, it's not funny. I mean, it's not going to make my customers smile, is it?
You know what I always say? Smile. People will wonder what you've been up to.
He's done it again! That is bleeding profound, that is.
There's nothing clever about what he's saying. It's just a verbal quiddity.
Well, it may just be a verbal quiddity to you, mate, but it's spun bloody gold as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, anyway, you're so clever. Go on, you do one. Go on, you do one.
All right then. All right. The king's might is greater than human, and his arm is very long.
Bollocks. Well, I come up with something a lot more down to earth to get that up behind Magnus's bar, I can tell you.
Like, how about, don't throw your cigarettes in the urinal. It makes them soggy and difficult to light.
Oh, yes! Yeah, that is fantastic! Oh, go on, my son! What's a urinal?
No idea.
Never mind, we'll stick that up. That is marvellous, that is. Have another drink. On the Taverna. One for you, I suppose, Mr. Plato?
Oh, I'm a bit strapped for cash, actually, Magnus, but...
Well, you want a bit of credit, do you?
If I could.
Don't ask for credit, as refusal often offends.
No, you can't. Very useful. I think that could be the most useful one of the lot, actually.
Colour, warmth, and soft tones with just a hint of summer magic. Dulux paint. So easy to use.
So, with the result finally through, we can now project that information onto a nationwide scale, see how we would expect the parties to fare in a general election. So, starting with Labour, who polled 38%, we transfer that to a general election. And Labour would expect to get a little bungalow. Obviously, one shouldn't make too much of these figures. They are, as I say, very much a projection. It might not be a bungalow. It might be a little semi-detached or something. Anyway, well, moving on anyway. To the Alliance, they with 27% would expect to look something like Mickey Mouse. So we'll move right on to the Conservatives. And their position should look so. Yes. I think this is very, very much what we were expecting, really. Very, very much on the cards. So now, perhaps we can have a look at the geographical breakdown. And here we can see that Britain is turning into a right little raver. And I think probably we can draw a couple of conclusions from all this. One, that Britain is a right little raver, and the other one is that my computer is completely buggered.
Right, the other day, right, there's a game in it on a bicycle, because the other day, right, we picked up this East African ambassador, right, and he's, you know, with a notorious prostitute. So he says, I've got diplomatic immunity. So we didn't bother with a penicillin jab, did we?
And you join us here at the Royal Festival Hall for the second half of tonight's concert, in which we'll be hearing the first performance of Peter Leander Bruce's new work, Concerto for String Quartet and Next Door Neighbour. Just arriving on the platform now is tonight's soloist, Simon Bennett Jones.
No. Not again. Shut up. Shut up! Who? What? Can't hear you! You bloody bastard, shut your bleeding round. There's people trying to sleep. Come. You got any idea what the time is? Playing that bloody rubbish at all hours? Something like I go to work in the morning. My wife's got a headache. The baby's just wet itself, and I'm trying to watch the telly. You don't get the bleeding noise down, I'll come round here and I'll stick your ruddy cello where the sun don't shine.
Go ball your head, Grandad.
When accidents will happen. Are you prepared to be a donor after your death?
I'm a donor.
I'm a donor.
I'm a donor.
Yes, everybody loves donor.
Be a donor and give somebody else a kebab.